Extends driving pleasure. The optional range extender is located next to the electric motor in the rear of the BMW i3 and can increase the range of the BMW i3 94R in comfort mode from up to 180 km to a total of 330 km. The small and quiet two-cylinder petrol engine powers a generator that maintains the charge level of the high-voltage battery at a constant so that the BMW i3 can continue to drive purely electric. The range extender switches on automatically when the battery level is low. Made to measure mobility, the measure of all things. Shaping the new era of electric mobility in the long term meant going back to the drawing board. One of the biggest challenges with this was how to compensate for the weight of the high-voltage battery. So we divided the vehicle architecture into two separate sections. First, there is the lower drive module, which is made with aluminium and contains all parts related to the gears, the drive system and the battery. Second, above this, is the life module, providing plenty of space for people in the car. Featuring the first series production passenger cell made with strong ultra-light carbon, the BMW i3 has a lower weight and a lower center of gravity, simultaneously offering enhanced safety and carbon. A new era begins. CFRP, carbon fiber reinforced plastic, is a highly resilient composite made of carbon fibers and a matrix of plastic. It is approximately 30% lighter than aluminium and 50% lighter than steel. Using carbon results in higher stability of the body and greater safety for the vehicle occupants. Maximum stiffness permits faster acceleration as well as improved agility and road holding. The low weight reduces fuel consumption. Range. Most people drive far less than they think. On average we travel between 35 and 50 kilometers per day by car. The BMW i3 94R offers an operating radius NEDC of up to 300 kilometers, 200 kilometers in everyday operation. The model exceeds the average daily driving distance by 3 or 4 times. Home charging. Electrifying driving pleasure actually begins during the charging process. When the battery reserves of your BMW i3 run low, you can conveniently recharge the vehicle at home. Simply connect the BMW i3 via the standard charging cable to a conventional domestic 203-volt socket and the high-voltage battery regains 80% of its full capacity in less than 10 hours. Charging is even faster and more convenient using a BMW iWallbox, which our installation service will be delighted to set up for you. Depending on the design, it will be possible to charge your BMW i3 to 80% of its capacity in less than 3 hours. This is made possible by the particularly high charging capacity of the new BMW iWallbox of up to 11 kilowatts for the BMW i3 94R. Public charging. There are many good reasons to get out and about in your BMW i3, and even more opportunities to charge the battery away from home. The practical aspect. With the BMW i3, you can use public charging stations with both alternating current, AC, or direct current, DC. This not only makes you more flexible, it also enables you to charge your vehicle as quickly as possible. Because at a DC public charging station, the energy is with a constantly powerful current is transferred directly to the high-voltage battery, enabling the BMW i3 to be charged to 80% of its capacity in under 40 minutes. If no DC charging station is available, you can charge up your BMW i3 at an AC station to 80% of its capacity in under 3 hours. In this way, the public AC stations are particularly suitable for efficient charging overnight or when the vehicle remains parked for a longer period of time. Intelligent sustainability. Sustainability at BMW is not simply just a word. It is our supreme guiding principle. This is why we have designed the entire life cycle of the BMW i3 in line with the principle of maximum conservation of resources and sustainability. With the BMW i3 it's easy to make sustainability part of your everyday life. Zero emissions at the point of use means less air pollution in urban areas and more fresh air for you to breathe. When you fill up with green power or generate your own electricity with solar panels, you get to enjoy totally emission-free mobility. And driving in ECOPRO mode cuts your power consumption and increases your driving range. Added to which, in your BMW i3 you generate virtually no noise or odors, benefiting both yourself and your environment. Up to 95% of the BMW i3 is recyclable. Sustainable production. At our production plant in Leipzig we have installed wind turbines to enable us to manufacture the BMW i3 with green power. On top of this, even compared to the low energy requirements for the production of other BMW models, we have managed to halve the amount of energy required to produce a BMW i3. The carbon fibers from which the BMW i3's ultralight passenger cell is made are produced with energy generated entirely from renewable. The power comes from one of the world's largest hydroelectric plants at Moses Lake, some 300 kilometers east of Seattle. Sustainable material components made of 30% KENF. Using KENF for larger interior surfaces allows us to substitute petroleum-based plastics and reduce the overall weight of the BMW i3, because KENF fibers are up to 30% lighter than conventional materials. Seats with 40% pure new wool. One renewable material that offers a high level of comfort is certified pure new wool. In the Lodge interior design pack, this accounts for 40% of the material in the seat covers. Interior trim in eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is naturally resistant to moisture. That means it needs around 90% less surface finishing than more traditional types of wood. 100% olive leaf tanned leather. The leather in the BMW i3 is 100% tanned with natural extracts of olive leaf. This has several advantages. Olive leaves are otherwise just a byproduct of olive farming, and this puts them to good use. The design concept. A vehicle that is geared to sustainable electric mobility throughout, with the Life Drive module, a completely new vehicle architecture consisting of two independent units. The Life module, comprising the passenger cell made of carbon, and the aluminium drive module, with chassis and drivetrain components as well as the high-voltage battery. At the same time, the car's unique character emerges most clearly in the interior. Innovative and sustainable materials such as carbon are not just used in the car but carefully highlighted. In this way the BMW i3 creates new values that are not only visible but tactile. Exterior and interior design. Large, narrow tires, aerodynamic wheel rims and an open design of the passenger cell. The entire exterior of the BMW i3 is geared towards electromobility. Headlights that were specially designed for the BMW i3, the black belt and the BMW i kidney grille round off the vehicle's appearance. Inside the BMW i3 you can experience sustainability at first hand, because a large proportion of the materials used here are sourced from renewable and recycled raw materials. At the same time they underscore the sophistication and spaciousness of the interior.